It's the 2K Sports Pregame Show.
NBA regular season opener for a couple of teams. Thank you all for tuning in. So happy you're here. I'm ecstatic that you're here. And I'm really happy that Kenny and Shaq are here, too.
I miss you, too, Ernie.
Thank you. Me too. And tonight, it'll be the Dallas Mavericks going up against the Houston Rockets. And for Houston, coming into this matchup with no shortage of confidence, they won all 4 games against this team last season. And they call him the Unicorn. Kristaps Porzingis lacing him up tonight.
That's a horse.
That doesn't. How would you know what a unicorn sounds like?
Wait.
How would you know what a unicorn sounds like?
Kenny first. That's what, Kenny?
That's a horse.
And a unicorn is what?
It's a
horse with a horn in his head. Thank you. I rest my case. It's a horse with a horn coming out of his forehead.
There's no such thing.
Why don't you tell me about his skill set?
Anyway, he's not just 7 feet, he's 7'3". And I don't think there's ever been a player his height who can handle and shoot the ball the way he does.
Well, I handle the ball. You can handle the ball like that.
Yeah, but I'm not 7'3". I'm 6'11".
No,
you're not 6'11".
I'm 6'11" and 19/4 inches of a quarter.
Oh, my gosh.
I am.
You know what? Some international players, they do get that soft label coming over because they don't like to come in the paint because they used to shoot the 3. But now that label is gone, ripped off, because now they've changed the American game into that. So now everybody's soft.
You're 7'3", 416 pounds.
Nope. Minus 16 pounds.
415 pounds.
No, your math is off.
Here's Kevin Harlan. I'm right, you know.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
With Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and David Aldridge, Kevin Harlan. And joining us tonight, a man who once said he will never write another traditional sports column. Please don't say that. So, Bill Simmons, don't say that.
Well, now you just have to tweet. You need 280 characters, and you can pretend you're a writer.
What do you think of social media?
I actually think for basketball it's been a huge advantage. And it hasn't been a huge advantage for a lot of other things, but I think it's made basketball a lot more fun. I do worry, though, sometimes that people are just watching their Twitter feed over the games. I still think there's an advantage for people who actually are watching what's going on versus watching people's reactions to what's going on.
Interesting. A battle in the Western Conference. This Houston crowd hoping to watch their Rockets come out on top. And this matchup with the Mavericks, it's the first meeting of the season. Last season they won all 4 games, showing complete dominance.
Yeah, and they came out with a W every time they played this squad last year. A stark contrast drawn between the conference's haves and have-nots.
And with tip-off coming up, we've got just enough time to hear from our good friend David Aldridge on the sideline. D.A., take it away.
Well, guys, we know James Harden hits that step-back 3 a lot, and Mike D'Antoni says most coaches would think, okay, he had a tough shot, live with it. That's some hard living. But it's one of the most lethal shots in the game. Kevin?
Yeah, with that pump fake, he can get to the free throw line too, D.A. There's just no answer. Bill in Houston, if there's one critique of James Harden's game, it's been his defense. But do you think that's changing a bit? We're seeing some evolving in his game.
Definitely changing. First of all, he's playing defense now, which has been a revelation.
Jeff Bezdelik, I think, has really gotten his fingerprints on him.
Yeah, good name drop, too, by the way. I like that. Yeah, you know what changes your defense is being picked apart online, and Twitter GIFs and YouTube clips and people on studio shows on big, giant HD screens pointing out that you didn't try on this and that you're a matador. And I think that there's been a shaming element of his defense that's actually been successful for him. And I wish we had that in the 80s for Dominique Wilkins and some of these other guys. Maybe if we had shamed Dominique Wilkins, maybe we would have played better defense.
All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. On the court for the Mavericks, Porzingis is out there with Doncic. Then there's Dwight Powell. Then there's Hardaway. And it's Brunson in at the 1. And Doncic gets it to go.
And he's capable of scoring from anywhere, really. Doncic has a strong grasp here of the mid-range.
Outside Westbrook. From deep, Harden hits it from three-point range. Harden's got his first 3 points of the game.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. Doncic kicks to Hardaway. Just 5 to shoot. Shoots from the elbow, and he knocks down the jumper.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
And so Westbrook will bring it up for Houston. Pass to Harden. With the teardrop, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And as soon as Harden puts the ball down on the floor, you know he's trying to take it all the way, and he's not afraid to get hit either.
The Rockets shooting their initial free throws of the game right here.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
Shooting 2.
And the first one drops.
Well, look, I love how Harden does a little bit of everything. Aggressive scorer, solid, superb passer, and he's on the defensive end.
Harden hits them both. Now we've seen some top prospects forego college, enter the G League straight out of high school. What do you think is the future of the G League, and do you like where it sits right now?
I do. I wish they spent more money on salaries.
I agree.
I wish they blew it out. I mean, I think this is the first year we've had 30 G League teams. This should be the #1 place you'd want to go after high school. You should not want to go to college. You should want to go to a AAA awesome league that's set up.
Bringing kids up and down off that G League roster all the time.
It's just better, and you're going to have a better chance to succeed as a professional basketball player. You see the situation where one and done guys, they go to college, they show up in September, they're playing all the way through till March. Whenever they get knocked out, they drop out of college. And they might last, till round 2 in the tournament, which is what, March 20th?
Right.
And they're out. So they've been in college for 6.5 months. How's that a good system? They didn't even finish 2 semesters. So I would much rather see the G League work, and I don't understand why they don't spend a little more on it and just make it like a force. I don't think the moves are that hard.
And Russell Westbrook drops them both. Here's Brunson. Passes it to Doncic. And it's blocked by Gordon. In the corner, Harden. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. 8 points for James Harden.
Oh, I love how Harden pulls once he gets the ball. If you play off him just a little bit,
outside, Porzingis. And nothing is falling for him right now. And it's Harden with the ball for the Rockets. 6-point game. 13 feet away. And Houston again with the bucket.
And you can sense they're starting to take charge here.
Yeah, and it goes beyond the small lead that they built. They really captured the momentum.
Now, here's Doncic. Lets it fly, and the shot goes in from Kristaps Porzingis. Bill, with last year's do-or-die season finale between Minnesota and Denver, final game of the regular season, momentum is gathering for a play-in tournament and for the last 2 playoff spots. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I wrote about this in 2007. I called it the Entertaining as Hell Tournament, where basically the first 7 seeds were guaranteed, and the 16 teams that didn't make it out of the 2 conferences, they just went head-to-head, single elimination. And then you have the final 2 games in New York City, and you blow it out, and you have a fun thing with it. I think that Minnesota-Denver game was important, and maybe the solution is you have the 6 seeds guaranteed in each conference, and then you have 7, 8, 9, 10 in each conference, and you just have playing games. You have 7 versus 10. You have 8 versus 9. You do it over the course of a couple days. You use the TV revenue from that because you could get good money from that to maybe shorten the season,
Great
which
idea.
would be, for me, the number one thing I would change about the league. I think we should have a 70-game season. You could talk me into 76, but there's too many games. Like, there's too many nights where the players... I just think basketball is really hard to play.
We were talking about the length of the NBA season and various opinions on shortening it. I suppose, Bill, one argument is that you want regular season games to be more significant, and you want that regular season to mean something every
Mean a little bit more.
Yeah.
Make the pace... I don't know. When you get after the All-Star break, you can really feel these guys slogging through it. You know, and especially the good teams, like a team like Golden State. All they did all year was whine and complain. Oh, well, we knew this was going to be a hard season. It can't be that hard. You have 4 of the best 20 players. Like, settle down. I think you'll be fine. You're winning every game by 30 points.
Yeah.
But I wish they would tighten the season.
Here's Porzingis. James Harden picking up that last basket. Pass to Powell. Takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup.
Just a super unselfish guy. Doncic is all for getting his guys going. Enjoys setting the table.
There's the pass to Harden. Puts up a 3. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect. Bill, 1 shot to win a game. You can pick any player. Who's going to take that shot for you?
Kevin Durant. I think he has the most ways to get a good shot off. I always look at it as, is it a quality shot to get off? So he can post the smaller guy up. He can shoot a 3. He's got the pull-up hissy jumper, as he calls it. He can go to the lane and pump fake and do a little drop step. And I just think he has the most moves. Some people would say LeBron, but am I getting regular season LeBron or playoff LeBron?
Playoff LeBron.
Playoff LeBron would be my number one choice.
He'd be pretty good.
Yeah, he'd be pretty good.
Yeah.
Regular season LeBron, I'm not as enthused about.
Now Hardaway after Eric Gordon's 3-pointer that didn't go. Dallas moving it around. Doncic kicks to Porzingis. Offline with his 3. Houston leading by 9. Talking about last-second shot instincts, Bill. You mentioned LeBron, KD. What about Curry? Where does Curry rank in that conversation?
Curry's good.
Top 5?
You can guard Curry in those one-on-one situations with the right people. I'm not saying you're to stop him, but, you know, you put a taller guy on him. And Curry, to me, Curry is the greatest not in the offense score I've ever seen in my life, where he can get 32 and hit 10 threes and wasn't really involved in the game. Just, you forget about him from one play, and all of a sudden he's in the corner and they're setting him up, or he's running off the screen. It's a lot, almost like what Reggie Miller and Ray Allen were able to do, where, yeah, you run them off screens and you tire the guys out and you kind of hope the defense forgets they're out there. But he's not a conventional get-out-of-my-way guys. I'm going to get to the rim.
Absolutely.
Score like someone like Donovan Mitchell is.
Count that one.
And that's what the pump fake's there for. Get your man off his feet and drive right around him.
Lob pass to Capella. Doncic with the steal. Here's Brunson, and he's on the money with his first shot today.
Nice piece of work there. Get yourself a little space and pull the trigger.
Here is Harden. He's got 15. Puts it up from 12. No good off the back of the rim.
That's a great job to converge on him inside and prevent that easy look.
Bill, Commissioner Adam Silver believes the 2K Esports League will have the staying power of the NBA, the WNBA, the G League. Pretty powerful comment to me.
And I hope he's right, because I want to be the lead color guy. I want us to be the team. Why can't it be us, Kevin Harlan?
Are you kidding me?
Let's do that. Cut me the check.
Sign
As Rasheed
me
Wallace
out.
would say, CTC. Cut the check.
Bill Simmons is here.
I'm ready.
And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets.
And not surprising, obviously unhappy with the lack of response from his team.
Well, the pace right now, that's being dictated to them. They have to try to get it back to their tempo, to their style of game.
Check out stats for Rivers, how he performed last season. Averaged 15 points a game, 4 assists, and 2 rebounds. And guys, he's making winning plays. It's as simple as that. Not a star player per se, but he makes his presence felt.
Well, yeah, lately he's been overachieving a little bit. Hopefully this is a sign of greater things to come.
Now here's Rivers. Harden trying to get open. Rivers can't get it to go.
Look, you can't defend down low much better than that. Refuses to give him an easy path to the bucket.
And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Dallas shooting their first foul shot of the night. On the free throw, no good. Bill, your long-lost cousin Ben Simmons headlined a tremendous rookie class in 2017. And in fact, people might think it's the best rookie season ever in the history of the league.
A lot of good players. Hey, Simmons, Mitchell, Tatum. Do we count Simmons in that class, though? I guess
well, since he won the Rookie of the Year, let's put him in there.
All right, we'll put him in there.
Technically.
I think if you come out of a year of rookies and you get one guy who has a chance to be a franchise guy, that's a good thing. We had 3. If you're doing 3 a year for 10 years, you have the most ridiculous league of all time. I think the talent ebbs and flows, and we've had stretches. Like I think last decade, in the 2000s, especially like from about 03 to 07, 08, like we were just short all-stars. We were just short a few guys, and you saw teams like the Nets with Jason Kidd made the finals 2 years in a row, and you saw the Ben Wallace Pistons team actually win the title.
With no superstars.
Right. And you saw, in 06, the Pistons, remember they were on pace to win 70 games, they had 4 All-Stars. The league just wasn't that good, and now it's flipped, and it's so loaded. I think from a talent standpoint, as good as any year since 1993.
Wow, that's a big statement.
Yeah, which 25 years ago, we're just loaded with guys who could be Hall of Famers someday, or 8-time All-Stars, things like that. So now you look at this 17 class, and Simmons, Mitchell, Tatum, just right there. That's awesome. I still believe in Lonzo, and I still believe in De'Aaron Fox. I think those guys can be All-Stars too.
Yeah, he's superb at finding open teammates. Harden, I love how he looks to shed a rock.
And Wright kicks to Porzingis. Off target from three-point range.
A defender nowhere near him, and he still can't hit it. He wants that one. The active defense making things very hard on him as he goes in for the layup.
Curry looking it over. Doncic with it. He has 6. 6 on the shot clock. And the shot is long. And it's Rivers with the ball. He brings it up for the Rockets. They lead by 4. And that one's good. Green's got his first bucket of the night.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this league.
Tipped away. Here's Marjanovic. Out to Porzingis. Score the basket. It's number 6 for him this game. 6 for 9, 67% shooting. Bill, we know about the love affair you have with the NBA, and you've written about it for so long. Started with the $4 ticket in Boston with your dad.
Yeah, my dad bought season tickets for the 1973-74 Boston Celtics, and it was only one ticket. And I think it was $4 a game, probably like $160 total. And he used to carry me in mainly because they didn't want to pay for a babysitter. So I started going to games that year, probably sleeping through a lot of them. And they won the title.
How old were you in 72?
So I was 4.
4 years old.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't remember anything from that season. The first season I remember is the year later when they lost before the finals to Washington. And then the year later they won the famous finals against Phoenix, the triple overtime game. I was there.
Was Cowens on that team?
Cowens, Havlicek,
Yep.
JoJo White.
Yep.
And I was at the triple overtime game in the 76 finals. Was probably the most famous NBA game ever. The kids out there now would nominate like Game 7, 2016 or something, but triple overtime game was the most famous game ever. And I slept through the entire second half and the first overtime.
Oh, no.
But then woke up because everybody was standing the whole second overtime, so I had to get up.
Yeah, and early on doing a really nice job at the free throw line.
Right, the pass to Doncic. We've got 1:23 left to play in the first.
Yeah, they got that one, but early on, it's really been a struggle for them to secure that defensive backboard.
In the corner, Hardened. And the jam by Harden.
Ferocious player on the offensive end. Harden is fantastic at staying aggressive, actively looking for a shot.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Curry kicks to Kleba. Back to Curry. Fires the three. It's rebounded by Houston. From deep, Green. That shot off. It's Dallas the other way. Pass to Doncic. Over Green. Great D that time from Green. Houston leading by 8. Harden dishes to Rivers. Kicks it out to Harden. Softly drops in the floater. Harden's got 26 points.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth, physical basketball, guys.
Right, looking around. The 10-footer. The shot that time, not on target. And as we conclude the first quarter, a one-sided game so far. Rockets lead by 10. We'll be back shortly live from Houston, Texas. Russell Westbrook is surly disposition on the court, but he talks about the power of positivity with his teammates.
Throughout the years, I've been trying to find ways to be a better leader. Leadership was a huge thing, and I felt the way I reacted to certain plays and my facial expressions and my demeanor can change a lot for a teammate.
And you can't win it alone.
And for superstar players like Westbrook, individual greatness isn't enough. It's about elevating the team around you.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And looking at what we've seen from Houston, what do you guys think?
I mean, you saw it. That barrage of threes has them grooving here after one.
Well, there's not enough defensive pressure on the perimeter. We'll see in the second quarter if that gets correct.
Murray finds Marjanovic. Chandler with the steal.
Intelligent defense. He reads the play. Gets himself in the perfect position to come up with the steal.
On the floor for Dallas, they've got J.J. Barea. He's out there with Curry. Doncic out there with Marjanovic. And it's Kleba in at the 4. Basket good.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Always a spirited debate, Bill, around the NBA. which team was the best ever? I know you have an opinion on a lot of this.
Yeah, I used to feel really strongly about my opinion on this, but I think basketball has changed so much over this decade that I'm not even positive how you could compare what this Warriors team is versus what I always thought the 86 Celtics were the best team. But the 86 Celtics were built, I always compared it to a hockey team on a power play where you're just trying to get closer and closer to the net and crowd the net, and they were just built around getting layups and the best possible shots. The Warriors are built around math and shooting threes and spacing the floor. And if you took the 86 Celtics and indoctrinated them in that style for 5 years, they all would have been shooting threes, and they probably would have done it better than the Warriors, but I don't know. So I almost have like the before-after with theirs. I think the Warriors are the best team of the math era, but I still think the 86 Celtics were the best start-to-finish season anyone's had. The dark horse for me was the 01 Lakers, the second Lakers team. When Shaq and Kobe, they had won the year before, rocky first few months, and then they figured out whatever they needed to figure out, and Phil Jackson probably sprinkled some Zen fairy dust on them or whatever he did, and they just ripped through the league. And they came very close to going undefeated in the playoffs. So that would be my dark horse.
Now here's Rivers. He's still scoreless so far in this one. That shot wide open.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
And Berea has it in the corner. Back to Curry. Passes it to Kleba. Takes the three. Here's Marjanovic. Now in the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Up top, Rivers. Guarded by Berea. Green up on top. He has 5. Now here's Curry. He kicks it to Berea. Pass to Doncic. The pass to Marjanovic. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits. Marjanovic has got his second basket of the night. Rivers against Berea. Rivers surveying the D. Knocked loose. Houston needs to get a shot. There's Green with the three. Kleba with the rebound. Mavericks trail by 9. Left side Curry. Berea against Rivers. Berea, the pass to Doncic. Over Green. Doncic, no good. Rockets leading by 9. Tries a three. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Dallas calls timeout. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
If you're wondering where the points are coming from here tonight, here's a breakdown in the scoring between the front court and back court tonight for Dallas.
And despite the deficit, their front line has battled and provided a sizable majority of their offense. They are holding up their end. They just need that backcourt to step up.
Now, here's Barea. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Outside Hardaway. Here's Brunson for three. Scored the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
That's too much space to give him out there on the perimeter. They got to close out on him.
Barea against Westbrook. Kicks it out to Gordon. Pass to Capella. Shoots over Powell. And it's Capella missing.
And he's just a tough defender. Good positioning to get after that shot.
Well, not all defenses are constructed to protect the mid-range area. Nicely done that time.
Now, here's Barea over Westbrook. It'll go. The Rocket lead is cut to just 7 points in the basket from Barea. Houston's gone 7 of 10 shooting from three-point land tonight. Excellent numbers from outside. Here's Westbrook. That one's not going to go. And it's Dallas the other way. The Wizards on the road to face them after this game. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. Hardaway kicks to Barea. And the foul called on Russell Westbrook. That's his first foul.
And now only one away from being in the penalty.
Here's Hardaway, and a miss there off the inbound. And so Westbrook will bring it up for the Houston Rockets. Takes the 13-footer. Another miss by Westbrook.
All right, look, that's what they want. The ball is in his hands in the post. Just didn't have the touch that time.
Assistant, J.J. Barea. Rockets leading by 5. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
So a moment now to see the story on Tim Hardaway Jr. Some last season stats for him. Last year averaged 17 points a game, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. And he's been putting up points with regularity. I mean, that's what they depend on, his killer instinct on offense.
Yeah, anytime this club needs a basket, he's their go-to guy. Just an irrepressible, prolific scorer.
First free throw is good. Zingas, he's checked in for Maxi Kleber. So he picks up just 1 from the line that time. Now here's Barea. Right on him.
And taking a look here at the numbers for Clint Capella. Last season he played outstanding. First in field goal percentage, second in blocks, and he also finished the season in the top 10 in rebounding. It's just a terrific year on the glass.
And last year, he really was the poster boy for scoring efficiency. You could count on one hand the number of bad shots he took. That free throw good from Barea. That one is no good.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
Outside Gordon. Buries it from three-point range. Gordon's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Gordon has always been a lethal perimeter shooter. When he gets a clean look, he doesn't hesitate pulling the trigger. Good movement there, and the lead pass was right where it needed to be.
Rockets leading by 6. Kicks it to Capella. Tucker dishes to Westbrook. That one off the back iron and out.
Boy, he has been cold for a while now.
And it's sad because the team relies on him to be a threat offensively. When he's rolling, that makes them a much more dynamic offense.
"13 feet away, and Houston again with the bucket."
And Westbrook is a terror from the mid-range. Terrific at sticking it to the defense from that spot on the floor.
Berea finds Powell. Now here's Porzingis. Capella covering. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Porzingis can't hit. Rockets leading by 8. To the middle. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Well, this is what he likes to do. Try to break your spirit.
Yeah, I mean, you're already getting dogged out there. I mean, now he's landing body blow.
And the Mavericks call time here. Checked in for Houston. And Dallas also making the switch. White's checked in. Knocks it loose. Westbrook with the steal. Gordon the pass to Westbrook. It drops for his second made shot of this game. An unimpressive 2 of 7 though.
And it's the fearlessness of Westbrook. It's really refreshing to watch. When he's deep inside, he just goes right at you.
Now here's Porzingis. 15 points in the game. To the inside. Powell with the steal. Here's Brunson. He's covered by Westbrook, and Clint Capella is going to pick up a foul. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. The Mavericks have made 3 of 5 free throw attempts. No good on the free throw. And he sinks the second. And it's Westbrook with the ball. He brings it up for the Houston Rockets. Here's Hardened. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's on Porzingis.
And Harden is never scared of physical defenders. I mean, he embraces the opportunity to get these calls when he's shooting.
3 trips to the line so far for him in this one.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Loop shots.
The first free throw is good. Harden hits them both. Here's Brunson. He has 6. Pass to Powell. Hardaway against Gordon. Pass to Porzingis. Fires from deep. That shot is good. He has made 8 while missing only 4. That's 67% shooting.
And they are absolutely stroking it from beyond the arc.
Back to Harden. Launches it. Good. Nice assist from Westbrook. Westbrook's got 3 assists tonight.
This is a different ball game without his scoring. He's been Mr. Reliable at the offensive end.
The 3 from Harden. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Now, Wright. Now the pass to Porzingis. And that one, good. Porzingis has got 20.
He's one of the guys having a solid game for them, but as a whole, they've been lacking.
Harden scanning the floor. And it's Gordon missing. Mavericks trail by 11. Right side. They get a hand on it. And now, here comes Gordon leading the break to the left wing. Here's Capella, and the dunk by Capella.
And this is where Capella excels. Close to the rim, uses his size well to dunk it.
Dallas has gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. White, the pass to Brunson. Now Porzingis. Here's Brunson. 6 points for him. Just 5 on the clock. Powell kicks to Hardaway. Another 3 for Dallas.
The D with some heavy feet out there. I mean, they're too slow to rotate. Nobody communicating. They can't make threes that easy for them.
Now here's Harden. He has 31. Over Wright. Kept alive. Second chance shot. And Capella with the layup. Capella's got 4 this quarter.
And the level of concentration, even when Capella is under pressure, he maintains his focus on the basket.
Always full of terrific insights. Bill Simmons, thank you so much for stopping by.
Thank you. My insights, thank you as well.
And Greg, how much fun is it to have Bill with us? Such a prominent voice in sports journalism and never afraid to speak his mind.
You know, oftentimes when you gain popularity, you become a little more conservative, a little more reserved, but not Bill. That's why he's maintained such a tremendous following.
Not the tightest of D on him, but not the best of finishes either.
And the dunk by Powell.
And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying antics to narrow the deficit.
Give the loose D an assist on that one. Get a body on him.
Now, here is Harden. And so it looks like the Rockets will retain possession here. Both teams will make substitutions. .29 seconds left now here in the second.
It's been a really tough quarter for him. I mean, he cannot get his shots to drop.
Hardaway kicks to Porzingis. Dallas moving it around. Here's Marjanovic. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. Marjanovic has got 6.
He's finally coming around, trying to make up for that goose egg he put up in the first quarter.
Harden outside. Shoots over Curry, and the basket by Harden. Harden's got 7 points for the quarter.
His jump shot is a major weapon for him. That's a great job by Harden to just elevate and get that shot over the D.
And so it's Houston going into the break with a 10-point lead. And the three-point shot has been big for him. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
James, big first half for you. What was the most important thing that got you going?
Just trying to be aggressive, trying to get out early and give a spark to my teammates. And they followed along. So, it's just a matter of us not turning the ball over and getting stops.
So far, so good. Thanks, James. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Boy, a lot of energy in this arena tonight. The hometown fans getting after it. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaquille O'Neal's here. So is Kenny the Jet Smith. James Harden led the way in the first half. He ended up with 33 points, 2 rebounds, and 2 steals. What'd you think, Shaq, about the first half we saw from the Rockets?
Some great work from them with the 3 ball. They came in with the idea that they can attack this D from long range. They were rotating the ball on the perimeter and letting it fly. And they got a good look. It's a strategy that paid off with a barrage of threes. That's my barrage sound, Ernie.
Kenny, how do you think Dallas played?
I think they're giving this game away because of their turnovers. I mean, you may not control everything that happens out there, but you do control how much you value each possession. I think coming out of the break, they need to be more efficient to close the gap in the score.
And that wraps up the halftime show. Third quarter set to begin in just a few.
And as we return to Houston, Texas, a terrific look at the skyline here. The Toyota Center, part of that great landscape. And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. An exceptional performance so far from James Harden.
Yeah, he's really been catching the defense off guard so far here in this game, racking up a bunch of trips to the line.
Well, and a few times he's done a good job of initiating contact, yet getting the foul called on the defender.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. Chris, when you played against a team that you had played on before, did you feel any extra motivation to do well against them?
Always. They always got the business. Whether it was I left Golden State and went to Washington, had to get them a triple-double in 40. Whether it was after I left Washington, had to come back and get them a triple-double. And beat them bad and hug the crowd after. Oh, yeah, it's a lot of motivation. You definitely want to make sure you give your ex-team the business and make them regret, at least for, the 24 hours until the next game, that they let you go.
I love that thought process. That's fun. Clint Capella is out there with P.J. Tucker. Then there's Gordon. Then there's Russell Westbrook. And it's Harden in at the 2 guard. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets.
And if James Harden has one signature move, it's got to be his step-back jumper. Something he's worked on for years. Like the sky hook or Nowitzki's fadeaway, it's becoming one of those iconic, unstoppable shots.
Rockets leading by 13. Gordon deciding where to go with it. To the inside. Doncic with the steal. Pass to Brunson. Outside Hardaway. Shot clock at 6. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Hardaway has got 10 points. And Chris, you look at Harden's step back, there's a real different rhythm to it, isn't there?
I mean, he covers a lot of ground with that gather step. I mean, some fans even wonder if it's a travel. I guess it's legal. Tremendous footwork crafted over countless reps in the gym.
To the paint, here's Porzingis, and he uses the glass on the layup. Porzingis has got 22.
And defensively, this is the opposite of how you want to start the second half.
Yeah, I mean, you spend all that time in the locker room trying to get mentally prepared. Then you come out and give up that? No. Hard work on the boards. A lot of competition for that one. But he's got the limp to be the first one, too.
Brunson the pass to Doncic. Outside Hardaway. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%, 5 for 7. Harden draws the double. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And it's the Mavericks with the ball. Now, here's Doncic, guarded by Harden. Doncic kicks to Hardaway. Passes it to Porzingis. Just 5 to shoot. To the middle. Here's Doncic. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. He's got 10.
That makes him 4 for 5. I mean, I think that's pretty good numbers. I mean, they've got to be pleased with how things are playing off so far.
Timeout called the Rockets.
But you got to give the Rockets credit. I mean, other teams may have looked at the Warriors and threw up their hands, but not the Rockets. Houston tried to put pieces around Harden to contend for a title.
See a chart here for the shooting performance so far.
This has been a pleasure to watch. The rhythm he has in his game right now, the ease with which he's able to release these shots from beyond the arc. The defense just has no answer for him. And if he's going to continue to make threes like he has, Katie bar the door.
Now here's Hardaway. 12 points for him. And we've seen Harden recruiting players to Houston, Chris, helped attract another star and all those complimentary players.
I mean, he gives assists to the organization. He's a star and a pitch man. I mean, that's what you have to do at this point. Team up and load up if you want to win it all.
Two shots.
First free throw is good. We talk about players working hard, but also being smart. I'm sure there are some training methods, C-Web, that you think translate well to success on the court.
Good nutrition has become more and more popular. That, along with rest and then cardio, you must be in shape because the game and the pace of the game is so much faster. So, yes, you have to be smart in your training methods, especially for your recuperation, especially for your rehabilitation. If there's any injuries, you want to try to stay fresh while you're giving your all. And that's tough, especially back-to-back in an 82-game season. That can be tough, but it's something that you must focus on, and that's your health.
I can only imagine. Good!
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
And here's Westbrook. He'll bring it up for the Rockets. In the corner, it's Gordon. Tucker finds Capella. Tucker bounce pass. To the inside. The kick out to Westbrook. The Rockets again can't hit.
He's trying to help him add to this lead, but he just can't find his touch.
Hardaway with the steal. And Clint Capella is going to pick up a foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. And the Mavericks with some changes. Maxi Kleber comes in for Dwight Powell. And Barea subbed in for Tim Hardaway Jr. J.J. Barea. Kleber kicks to Porzingis. Here's Brunson. He's covered by Westbrook. Brunson the pass to Kleber. Out to Porzingis. 5 to shoot. Drains the three-pointer. Porzingis has got 5 points now this quarter.
I don't think we'll ever see another 7'3" player who can drain the three like Porzingis. He takes the idea of that inside-outside threat to a whole another level.
Timeout called, the Rockets.
Yeah, he's got to make some adjustments here. Just too easy to score in the lane against them right now.
Well, I think the first thing they need to talk about are the rotations. There's a lot of miscommunication out there.
No, we not them. I got a light skin and an Asian. Kinda lay on the beam with the bass in. Like a young bubble in a waist. But I'm really trying to see how to face it. Buy my chicken, my chalupas. Ayy, make her with the roof up. Ayy, backflip, make her do stunts. Ayy, and it's really tuned up. Ayy, boom, shakalaka. Ooh, don't tell me I see you watching. Ooh, we do what we want to. Ooh, this is what we come through. Ooh, we on it. Ooh, yeah, 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 yeah. We on it. Ooh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Touchdown, when I touch down. Yes, no, I can't.
Looking now at the numbers for Barea, how he did last season. Averaged about 11 points a game, 6 assists and 3 rebounds. And you like what he brings backing up the point guard.
Yeah, no doubt. He knows how to run this offense. He's a tremendous asset to this team coming off the bench.
Now, here is Harden. He's got 36. Harden draws the double. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And the Rockets with possession here. Harden draws the double. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
You two players. Jump ball call.
And the Rockets with possession here. And Maxi Kleba is going to pick up a foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. And so here is Houston. They trail by 1. 6 to shoot. Very pretty alley-oop layup.
Exceptional in slashing after setting the screen. Capella's so difficult to guard in these sets.
And here's Barea. And Russell Westbrook. He is a standard bearer for the Jordan brand with his own signature shoe, Greg. Few players have ever been as competitive as Michael Jordan, but you think Westbrook may be in that conversation?
No doubt about it. The similarities don't end there. The surreal athleticism, the will to dominate, and that fight, finding grudges to motivate them to their highest level. I think there's a kinship in how MJ and Russ approach the game.
Well, that's a shot they'll be happy with on every trip, no matter who's taking it.
Porzingis feeling it out a bit. And the Mavericks getting another bucket right there. Houston in the lead. Harden draws the double. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here.
Jump ball.
And so here is Dallas. Now here's Doncic, defended by Gordon. Here's Porzingis. That one goes in. Porzingis has got it all tied up now for Dallas.
Too many inches being given up in that matchup. I mean, he's got no chance of putting a stop to that layup.
Westbrook finds Gordon. Porzingis with the block.
And with his length, Porzingis can be very disruptive on D. Not easy to get the shot off over that huge frame.
Here's Brunson. 8 points for him. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Another 3 for Dallas.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
For Houston, they've gone 4-7 to get things started here in the second half. Harden draws the double, and we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there.
Jump ball.
And so here is Dallas. Coach is liking what he's seeing from his offense.
And guys, they've put the defense on the defensive.
Here's Doncic, and it's blocked by Gordon. They get it back. Kleba with the bucket. It's trailed by 5. Harden draws the double. Knocked away. Doncic with the steal. Here's Brunson, and Capella sends it back.
An elite shot blocker in this game. Capella's athleticism and length allows him to stifle shooters.
Gordon dishes to Westbrook. The Rockets with another miss.
He's not the only one to blame for them being behind, but he hasn't helped their cause much.
Doncic with it. He's got 13. A 3 from Porzingis. Now here's Westbrook. Lob pass to Capella. And the dunk by Capella.
The main strength of Capella's offensive game, he uses his athleticism to power home these alley-oops.
And a tremendous Unleash Chaos replay coming to you courtesy of Under Armour Hover Hammock. Dallas calls timeout.
And Clint Capella, born in Switzerland, his mother immigrating from the Congo. Growing up poor, Clint lived in a welfare orphanage from age 6 up to 13. Those were tough times, but he said it helped prepare him for where he is now.
Substitution.
And now a look at James Harden. Great showing for him last season. First in scoring, third in assists, and of course, he's got a nose for the ball. He ranked in the top 10 in steals last season.
And his unmatchable instincts for scoring the basketball. That's what made him #1 last year. You can't stop him, and you can't even really contain him. Here's Kleba. And Wright kicks to Doncic. Over Green. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. Doncic has got the lead up to 5 now for Dallas. And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Houston Rockets. And Maxi Kleba is going to pick up the foul. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. And so here is Houston. Down low, they kick it out to Green. Rivers gets a wide open look. Here's Chandler. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
And you'll take what he can give you from the free throw line. Looking at his numbers, just really not one of his strengths. Shooting in the low 60s last season.
The Mavericks leading. Now Doncic, 15 points in the game. Inside, Chandler with the steal. And it's Houston on the break for the lead. He can't get that one. And it's Dallas the other way. Right outside. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. And a chance now to look at the schedule for Houston. On Thursday, they'll be matching up against Giannis Antetokounmpo and the Milwaukee Bucks. Then on Saturday, they'll be facing Drew Holiday and the New Orleans Pelicans.
And that game against the Wizards, it's always interesting for top teams to see how they compare to the best in the East. This will be a chance to see just what this group is made of.
And that one misses. And the second free throw, good. Rockets trail by 3. Here is Harden. He's got 36. It's Rivers on the wing. Harden outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock.
That's number 5 on him. No room for error anymore. I bet they'll take it at him right now. Try to get him out the game.
This will be his 5th trip to the free throw line.
And how about the job he's done at the free throw line?
That free throw, no good. And he sinks the second. And so here is Dallas, a 2-point game. Chandler with the steal. Anston on the break. Harden's got the ball. Rivers passes to Harden. That ties the game. Harden's got 39.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
White dishes to Doncic. Pass to Kleba. And Curry has it in the corner. The pass to Marjanovic. Lays it up and banks it in. Marjanovic has got 8 points.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Pass to Green. Back to Harden. He kicks to Rivers. Count it. Rivers has got it all tied up now for the Rockets.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
Outside Curry. Here's Doncic. That shot is in, just like 6 others have been for him. He's shooting 7 for 15.
He's made the most of the halftime break. He shook off the problems he had in the first half, and he started to settle in.
Here's Rivers. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got 3 assists tonight. And so it's Wright bringing up the ball for Dallas. Kicks to Doncic. Back to Wright. Curry against Harden. 6 to shoot. Back to Wright. Passes it to Kleba. A three-pointer, no good. Houston's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. And DeLon Wright gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line.
Houston, number 4. 2 shots.
And that one falls, and that puts them up by 1 point. So both teams changing it up here. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
He's so confident, so self-assured on every free throw he takes.
There's 47 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Pass to Marjanovic. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That's on Clint Capella. The Mavericks have converted 7 of 11 free throw attempts up to this point in the game.
And going back a season ago, they were a pretty average team at the line, about 76% altogether.
2 shots.
He's off on the first. And he's good on the second. And so it's Houston with it. They lead by 1. The pass to Rivers. 29 seconds left in the third quarter. And the rejection by Marjanovic. Right against Rivers. Right outside. Pass to Marjanovic. Clock at 4. And he gets the bucket. Marjanovic has got 11 points. Neither side has relented a bit in this back-and-forth affair.
And you can sense the energy in the building already as this game is starting to build towards having a terrific finish.
A big-time effort for Porzingis, providing a lot of energy for the Dallas Mavericks. What a quarter that saw them generate a great comeback effort and are now out in front with momentum behind them. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
This is how you quarterback an offense. He sees and anticipates what the defense is doing.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. On the floor for Dallas, Wright is out there with Curry. Then there's Dwight Powell. Then there's Doncic. And it's Marjanovic in at the 5, roaming the paint. And the dunk by Capella.
Love the attitude of Westbrook. Continues to improve at running the offense and finding ways to create opportunities for his teammates.
Curry against Rivers. Outside Curry. Passes it to Marjanovic. Here's Wright. Green with the rebound. Houston in the lead. To the middle. Pass to Rivers. Outside Westbrook. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
And guys on defense gasping for air at this point.
Well, that's because both offenses are relentless. Each side trying to close this thing up.
Mavericks making a switch here. Hardaway's checked in. The free throw drops for Russell Westbrook. About a minute played here in the fourth quarter. Right side. Hardaway kicks to right. And Capella sends it back. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Capella. Off the inbound. Count it, and the Houston lead has been cut down to just 2 points on the bucket from Powell. And here's Westbrook. He'll bring it up for Houston. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Westbrook double team. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. And so here is Houston. Rivers finds Green. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Shooting for Houston, Gerald Green. Taking 2 shots.
First free throw is good. So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses. Hardaway with a wide open look. And good, he nails it.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult.
Westbrook surveying the D. And the dunk by Capella.
The incredible timing on that alley-oop.
He absolutely hammered it down. Down low. That's good. The Houston lead is cut down to just 1 on the basket for Marjanovic.
Oh, big size difference there. And he takes advantage. You got to exploit the mismatch.
Right against Westbrook. It's Rivers on the wing. 14 feet away. And a little luck that time, but it drops.
Easy little jumper for him right there, guys.
Mavericks trail by 3. White, the pass to Doncic. Marjanovic with it. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Marjanovic has got 9 points now in just the second half. Timeout called, the Rockets.
Yeah, just hitting the reset button, a chance to kind of talk some things over.
And the chance to draw up a great play. I mean, this is a chess match at work.
Fellas and craziest fans get a free t-shirt. Let's hear it, man.
Who's checked in for Houston. Gordon comes in for Gerald Green. And the Mavericks making a change here. It's a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Kevin, I was able to listen in on what Mike D'Antoni was talking about with his team, and he's pushing them to empty the tank. He said, I know you're tired and it's been a tough game, but we can't hold back. If you're tired, come out. Otherwise, I want you full speed, guys.
Outside Gordon. In the corner, it's Westbrook. He kicks to Rivers. Oh, good on the triple. Mavericks trail by 3. Outside Hardaway. Outside Porzingis. The pass to Doncic. 5 on the clock to tie it up. Drains the three-pointer. Doncic has got the game tied up here for Dallas.
And it just seems when Doncic turns it on, it's a sight to see. Incredible at scoring in a variety of ways.
Here's Capella. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim. The Mavericks have gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the 4th. Strong work at that end of the floor. Now, here's Doncic. D right on him. Up top, Porzingis. Guarded by Tucker to take the lead. Westbrook pulls it in. Westbrook's got his 5th rebound in this one. Westbrook double team. Kicks it to Gordon. It's Rivers on the wing. Over Hardaway. Here's Capella.
The assertiveness of Capella, when he's playing with passion inside, it forces the D to act.
At the line for your Rockets, Clint Capella. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good.
I just love the production Capella gives this team. I mean, it is absolutely fantastic. He's their defensive anchor. He finishes off with oops, and he can make nice passes out the pick and roll.
No good at the stripe this time. Second misses also. The Mavericks shooting has been just outrageous, 64% from the field to this point. And it's Porzingis that time on the assist from Hardaway. And that's 31 points for Porzingis.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
Snatched away. To the paint, here's Hardaway. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Now it's a 4-point Maverick lead.
Yeah, nothing too fancy. Just getting the job done when they need to. Make every possession count.
And the dunk by Capella.
And I'd like to see Capella expand his offensive game a little more. I mean, I love seeing him take these shots.
To the inside, Doncic. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. Doncic has got 5 points now this quarter. Outside Westbrook. Shoots the 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Whether he's attacking the basket or squaring up from long range, Westbrook is always dangerous.
Doncic kicks to Hardaway. Outside, Porzingis. Lock at 6. Here's Doncic. No good there. Gordon's of effort. Rivers against Hardaway. Outside Gordon. At the top of the key, Capella. Houston moving it around. Left side, Westbrook. Over Brunson. The shot's good from Westbrook. Westbrook's got 19 points.
And he's coming up big here in the clutch.
For Dallas, they've gotten exactly 2/3 of their shots to find the bottom of the net here in the fourth, 8 of 12. Outside, Porzingis. It's Hardaway with the drive. And Clint Capella is going to pick up a foul. That's his 4th foul of the contest. The Rockets making a switch here. Harden's checked in.
James Harden.
Here's Doncic over Gordon. Doncic, no good. Poked away. Harden draws the double. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there.
Jump ball.
Got a piece of it. And the Mavericks with possession here. Now, here's Doncic, defended by Gordon. Here's Powell, and Capella sends it back. Harden inside the three-point line, and there's the foul. Will go on P.J. Tucker. That's his first foul.
Wow, he's only going to hit that shot about 1 out of 10 times.
And it's Porzingis with the ball. He'll bring it up for Dallas. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Will it go? And the three ball is good. Porzingis has got 14 points here in the second half.
Knocks down his second three of the half. I mean, he had two of them in the first half also. Doing some solid work from deep.
And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two here.
That's his second personal foul. At the line for your Rockets, Russell Westbrook. 2 shots.
The free throw drops for Russell Westbrook. And Russell Westbrook drops them both.
And really making the most of his opportunities there tonight. Hasn't been the struggle we sometimes see him go through.
Pass to Pop. Inside. From 12 feet out. And that one off the back of the rim and in. That's 36 points for Porzingis. Houston's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. To the paint. Harden finds Capella. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got 4 assists in the game.
You got to be more forceful than that when guarding Capella. I mean, he fends off defenders with such ease.
Pass to Brunson. And it's Dallas with another.
Oh, the feed was perfect. The timing, the placement, everything was right on the money.
Rocket shooting has been beyond great up until now. How about 57% from the field overall? Here's Westbrook. And he banks in the layup. Westbrook's got 23 points.
And he has the chops for this. Raising the intensity when it matters most.
But he's showing you he wants to close this game out. That's an attitude that he brings and is appreciated by this team.
And the Mavericks call time here. You gotta like what Harden has done in this game so far.
So they can't leave him alone for a second on the perimeter. Not the way he's shooting the three.
Present our Jordan Player of the Game, James Harden.
And what an amazing ball game we've seen from him. It's been a one-man show worth the price of admission all by itself. There wasn't anything he couldn't do on that court tonight.
Takes it from 10. Doncic, no good.
And he's just a tough defender. Good positioning to get after that shot.
Well, not all defenses are constructed to protect the mid-range area. Nicely done that time.
Porzingis with the block, and they're able to recover. Outside Gordon. Houston moving it around. 4 on the clock. Lob pass to Capella. And the dunk by Capella.
Showing why he wants to take on more responsibility, Kevin. I mean, Capella's competitiveness in these big moments, admirable.
Mavericks trail by 4. Doncic kicks to Porzingis. Lays it up off the glass. Porzingis has got 38 points.
A good score inside, and the defense really offering very little resistance.
That's just an attack mindset. I love it. Game on the line, he's out competing.
Pass to Capella. Outside Westbrook. Now the pass to Tucker. Good. Nice assist from Westbrook. And the Rockets lead by 5.
Defensively, you can't back off him that much. You don't want to give up easy threes at this stage of the game.
Here's Porzingis. Good. Porzingis has got 40 points.
They get exactly the matchup they want inside him, and it gives them the biggest bucket of the game.
Left side Westbrook. And another three for Houston.
This is why you can trust Harden to run your offense. He's fantastic at realizing the condition.
Mavericks trail by 6. Runs in the pass to Porzingis. Inside. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
Oh, that's a nice look. Recognizing he had the opening to make the entry pass.
And it's Harden with the ball for Houston. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. And the basket by Gordon.
Gordon loves it. The game is on the line. It's really when he comes alive.
Dallas has gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. Runs in the pass to Porzingis. 54 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Bucket is good.
Oh, that's just a terrific night for him from the floor, making almost everything he looks at.
To the middle. Here's Capella, and the dunk by Capella.
And every year, Capella seems to up his score. Looking hungry, he wants to shoulder more of the offensive load.
And at a certain point, there's just nothing more you can do.
Yeah, it's tough. Putting in that effort, but then walking away without that W.
I like the recognition of the mismatch there, immediately making the defense pay.
A chance here to possibly put it out of reach.
This is when you really need to maintain your focus.
Doncic with the steal. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. It falls! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Now, that is cold-blooded.
Well, we want people to tune in, don't we? This is what they're tuning into. Big moment.
Yeah, you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
Russell Westbrook.
And the first of 2, no good. Heartbreaker. And he ends up making the second, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And the Mavericks call time here. They're down by 3. We've got 22 seconds left to play here in the fourth. We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth. Count it! And that shot brings them to within just 1.
And so far in the second half, this has been a different kind of game than what we saw early on.
Greg, this game has come to life. They're out there battling now. We didn't see this in the first half.
the first one, and that will put them up by 2. And so he drops them both. It's a 3-point game.
Comes through big. Now they can put everything they have into guard against the
They have a chance to tie it up.
They got to be looking for a 3 here, guys.
Hardaway for 3. Misses the 3. They're going to prolong the game here with an intentional foul.
Shooting for Houston. Players cut out. Taking 2 shots.
He hits the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there. From deep 3-point range, misses there. So a narrow victory for the Rockets, pulling it out for the W. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but a win nonetheless.
Yeah, but I really got a sense that the fans gave them that emotional boost that was needed down the stretch. This crowd, man, they were electric.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Russell, when do you know when to attack and when to lay off, when to pass and when to shoot?
I never know, man. I just see how the flow of the game is going. I try to stay in attack mode. That's what my team wants me to do, and I try to continue to do it.
Well, you're on your A game tonight, Russell. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long, everyone.